Hey, what's up you guys? I am super excited to be filming this video because I am back in my home, which means I have my little poster behind me with all my thumbnails. Need to update it a little bit, but I am so excited to just be sitting down and talking with you guys for a little bit because it has been a long time since I've been able to do that. I've been traveling a lot, got home from school, and yeah, I'm super excited to just relax, sit down with you guys, and talk for a little bit. So this video is dedicated to all you incoming college freshmen. I know how stressful it can be, how the nerves just gradually keep growing over the summer. So basically, what I'm going to be doing in this video is calming those nerves, letting you guys know 10 easy tips that you can have in your mind so that you can make your first few weeks of college the best that they can be. So sit back, relax, and just listen up. So tip number one has to do with all those people that are so nervous about going to college that they have a lot of anxiety about the little stupid things. And that's me. That was 100% me. It will be me going back this year. And one major thing that I had was I was afraid to bring too much to school. I was afraid to pack too much clothes, have too many decorations, have too much everything. Because I was convinced that when I got there, if I had too much stuff, everyone would look at me, it'd be super awkward and terrible. And that is, let me tell you, it's ridiculous. I promise. I thought I brought too much clothes, and I think I brought a third of what a lot of people brought. So don't be afraid to bring as much as you need. You want to have your first few weeks as comfortable as possible. Don't have to go out and buy new of everything because you didn't bring it with you, and nobody's going to be looking at you. Everyone's moving in, everyone's in their own head trying to figure stuff out, so don't worry about it at all. It'll all work out, and no reason to be stressed there. Tip number two is to take advantage of everything that you have the opportunity to take advantage of during the first few weeks of school. That means go to all the club interest meetings that you are interested in, try out for all the sports you want to, go to the activities fair, go to all the freshman orientation things, do things with your floor that you're invited to. You know, maybe rush a fraternity. I rushed a fraternity and it was the most anxious and stressed out I've ever been in my entire life to do it because it is so not me. But I went out of my comfort zone and I did it, and I had an experience. I mean, yeah, here's the video. But it's just, get yourself out there. I tried out for the club soccer, the club swimming team, went to the MAUN interest meeting, I went to a film club interest meeting that I eventually joined. I went to a bunch of things with my floor that were scheduled, they do a lot of stuff like that, and I went to all the freshman orientation things, and you just gotta go to everything. You're gonna start getting more comfortable with the school, you're gonna meet more people, and they're set up to make you feel like this is where you belong. So go to them. I promise it'll be worth it. You want to be a part of the school, and this is a great way to kind of get in there. Tip number three is to just say yes whenever any of your new friends or anyone asks you to go to lunch or go out to a party, even if you don't like partying, or just hang out. This is the time that you need to be saying yes, yes, yes. Because in college, you're going to be meeting tons of people in the first few weeks, and you never know where you're going to find the group of friends that you're most comfortable with, that you're going to mesh with and become best friends with later in the year. I found my group of friends that I became closest with through a buddy I met at orientation. I hung out with his group at football games. That's another thing. Go to all the football games and at the beginning of the year. So I went with that group of friends to the football games, and all of a sudden we were hanging out doing everything together. Everyone's trying to make friends. I remember at the beginning of the year there was this guy that was super intimidating, and I was talking to my friend about him, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that he wants to be friends with anyone. He's so intimidating. And she's like, Devin, that's ridiculous. We're all in college. We're all in this new environment. We all want to be making friends. And I thought about it, and that's so true. Everyone there is in this new environment, and they want to be making friends. So no one's out of bounds. I made friends with a lot of people I don't think I would have been friends with in high school, so go for it and try, and I promise everyone's going to be super welcoming. Tip number four is to go to class. It's only going to get harder. Go to all the lectures, all the discussions. They will help. Just do it. Tip number five is to explore the campus a little bit. Take different paths to class, eat at different dining halls, try different libraries, find different study spots around campus, because the more that you explore the campus, the more that you find places that you feel comfortable in, that you like, the more it's going to feel like home. So that's a super easy way to just kind of feel comfortable. Go to different gyms, find different spots off campus that make you feel comfortable. For me, it was Santa Monica. For you, it can be a hill or a downtown area or a library or a restaurant in a nearby city. Just find places that make you feel comfortable and that you just want to be, and it'll really make you feel more at home and really good for you. Tip number six is to become as close with your roommates as possible during the first few weeks, even if you don't think you're going to be friends with them later. I think I spent more time with my roommates in the first 2 weeks of school than I did for the next 7 months. So basically, go to lunch with them a few times, go walk around campus with them, because you want to foster an environment that you're living in where you don't feel afraid to ask them for help if you need help, or to talk if you need someone to talk to, or you want a comfortable living environment. So during this first few weeks, it's super important, even if you don't think you're gonna like your roommate, to just make an environment where you're comfortable, that they feel comfortable, and that you won't have a lot of problems throughout the year. Tip number 7 is a little bit sappy, but it's to either call a parent or call a sibling or call a friend from home or a family friend, or even write in a journal every day or every other day for the first few weeks of college to kind of ground yourself. The reason I say that is because college is so unique and so different from anything that you've ever experienced, and you might feel like you're fine, you might feel like you're doing okay, but I promise it's hard on you. So you want to find something that will kind of center you back at home, make you feel comfortable, make you feel like, all right, I got this. This isn't too overwhelming. And a good way to do that is by talking to someone or writing it down in a journal. Because you kind of only know these people on the surface level. So when you're talking to someone from home or a family member, it kind of just reminds you that like you have these close connections. They're gonna come, you're gonna get there, and it keeps you really comfortable. So thinking about doing that is a really great way to keep yourself composed during the first few weeks of school, because it can be really crazy. Tip number 8 is to find a way to take advantage of your free time. In college, you're gonna have way more free time than you've ever had before, I promise. In high school, you had a structured 7-hour school day, and then you had an hour and a half of practice, maybe an hour of work, an hour of homework, 2 hours, I had like 3 hours of homework, and then you had dinner, and then you went to bed and you did it all over again. In college, you have classes, you don't even have to go to the classes, but you should. You have classes, and then besides that, it's all up to you. So you have to find ways to schedule your time so that you have times to work out or exercise, you have times to go to clubs, you have times to study and do your work, and you have times to do your hobbies or relax. So basically, schedule that out. If you want to do a club sport, then find that. Just go to the practices for your exercise time. For me, YouTube was my hobby, so I spent a lot of time each week making a video and uploading it, and that was like a way that I grounded I keep saying grounded, but I grounded myself every week. I did a YouTube video. You accomplished it. And with your classes, a lot of the times it's going to be lecture, midterm, lecture, final. So if you don't, structure your time in between to be studying and keeping up with the readings, you're gonna fall behind and you're gonna be lost. So basically, you gotta find a way to take advantage of your free time, because otherwise, time goes really fast. It will get away from you. So think it through, just relax for a second, and make sure you're taking advantage of the time that you have. And then tip number 9 is to not be afraid of doing things alone during the first few weeks of school. I know people that would skip meals because they were afraid to eat alone in a dining hall, or were nervous to go to class without a buddy. Just all these things. In college, in the first few weeks, nobody cares if you eat alone in dining halls in college. I think I had like half of my lunches and dinners alone during college, and it's totally fine. There's so many people in the school, nobody cares what you're doing, so wipe away that self-consciousness and do things alone. It's okay. I happen to be a very individual person. I tend to do things alone, but if you're not, if you always had a best friend or a family member, don't be afraid. Nobody's gonna judge you. You're fine. Go sit alone in class. It's fine. You're gonna be all good. It's gonna be comfortable. It's gonna work out. And then my last tip is to hold on, take a deep breath, and just sit back and realize what you've accomplished. You're in a place where you can completely recreate yourself. In high school, you were somebody else, and here you can completely reestablish yourself to be whoever you want to be, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity. You're in a place where you can take advantage of tons of resources to become whoever you want to become, and it's super exciting, and I'm super excited for you. So just take a deep breath, relax, and realize everything's going to work out. You made it to college, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. There's also that little notification bell, so click it so that you know when my videos come out, you don't miss any. My next video I'm super excited about because I'm going to be doing all the face paints I've been doing on Instagram as little tutorials, 3-in-1. So here they are, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, I think it's gonna be super fun, so make sure you check out for that video. Other than that, look at my social medias and follow me if you want, but I love you guys so much. Don't let everyone ruin your fun today, and I'll see you guys real soon with a new video. Bye guys.